morning, everyone. I hope this finds you well and living your best life in Jesus Christ. Anyone who has raised children knows that they can be little bundles of frustrated impatience at times, and my little buddy Landry is no exception. Lately, he's been playing a game on his iPad where he is to collect and fight cartoon dragons. It's a game which requires a modicum of patience, which in Landry's case is often in short supply. The game starts by having you hatch dragon eggs and build habitats for them to live in. It requires you to plant crops to feed them and collect gold to pay for the buildings and so forth. It's actually a pretty involved game. Landry does pretty well for his age, but his impatience invariably works against him. See, everything you do in the game requires time, sometimes minutes, sometimes hours. He'll often get in a hurry to get something done, such as hatch an egg or build a building, and when the game tells him it will take a long time to do this, he gets upset and he accuses the game of cheating. See, lately he has deemed that anything that doesn't go his way is cheating. If you're playing a ball and the ball doesn't go where he wants, then either you or the ball are cheating. If the game he's playing on the iPad doesn't do what he wants, or he loses, God forbid, it's cheating. The other day I was working in my room and I heard an anguished cry from the living room and went to see what was going on, only to find him on the couch angry and in tears. I tried to calm him down, and as I did, he explained through gritted teeth that the game was cheating again. When I asked him how, he told me that it was taking forever for his newest egg to hatch. I calmly explained that it was going to take a while for the egg to hatch. When he looked at the screen and he yelled, "Stupid dragon, just grow!" I took the game, turned it off, and had him go lay down for a while to calm down. After a while, I went to talk to him, and I tried to gently explain that everything in life takes time. When you get impatient and angry and frustrated at these things, all you're really doing is ruining your day. And I told him that sometimes in life we just have to wait. Things don't always go our way. When I asked him if he understood, he said, "Why can't life just hurry up?" In other words, why can't I have what I want right now? I told him in the typical parental voice that he would understand when he was older, and he seemed to accept that, but you could tell he didn't like it. Even though we're much older than Landry, we do understand the frustration he feels. And truth is, even though we're adults, we often act the same way in our spiritual life. I suppose in many ways God looks at me in the same way I look at Landry sometimes and realizes that my frustration and impatience is something I just have to grow out of. It's normal, I guess, but still, I want COVID over now. I want everybody back at church now. I want the church to grow now. I want what I want, and I'm being cheated. I want big results now. And when it doesn't happen, I begin to question myself and wonder what I'm doing wrong, or even worse, I begin to question God. It's part of the spiritual childness that I'm working through as I grow in the Lord and in His grace. Truth is, we're awfully childish sometimes, aren't we? We get angry in life when it doesn't work out the way we think it should, and we more or less accuse God of cheating us. We grow frustrated that we must wait a bit when our prayers are not instantly answered the way we think they should be. We're not prepared when, like a good parent, any good parent, he tells us, "No, I don't think so. That's not good for you." Or, "Sorry, you're going to have to wait a while." We eagerly and impatiently want to hurry through today to get to some goal in the future while neglecting to enjoy the blessings of now. We say things like, "I can't wait for this day to be over," not realizing it could very well be our last. Or I've heard myself say, "I wish my son would just grow up," and then regret those words later when he was gone and out on his own. In our childish impatience, we squander our time and we miss so many opportunities. We get angry at God because He's not doing things our way. We don't listen when He tries to comfort us or counsel us or teach us. Like impatient 5-year-olds, we want the Lord to shape the world to us and our wants instead of shaping us to our future life with Him. And then we waste our resources trying to mold the world to what we think we want and neglect the most important things in life. The truth is that if we're not careful, we just refuse to grow and insisting upon this extended spiritual childhood. And I can't help but wonder if the Lord doesn't get frustrated with us sometimes in our outright refusal to grow up in Him. But like a loving father, the loving father He is, He patiently persists. In 1 Corinthians 14:20, Paul says, "Brothers, stop thinking like children. In regard to evil, be infants, but in your thinking, be adults." He also tells us there's hope because in Ephesians 4:15 he says, "Instead, speaking the truth in love, we will grow to become in every respect the mature body of Him who is the head, that is Christ." God wants us to have good things, but He also wants us to grow up, to learn His ways, and to trust Him. So instead of just instantly giving us everything, He encourages us to draw closer to Him, learn to walk in the faith, and learn how to receive all that He has provided for us. He wants us to develop our patience and trust in Him. These are all qualities of spiritual maturity. So, while we may not always like God's timing, it is best for us, even though we may not think so right now. Later we'll rejoice because we will more clearly understand what the Lord has done. And we will eventually grow up if we continue to seek His will and not our own. I guess that's the way it is. We will eventually grow up. And as for Landry, well, he'll grow up too, I suppose. But Lord, please, not too soon. Okay? I hope you make today a terrific day. And I want you to know that I'm here if you need me. I love you all.